Hey guys, it's Kevin here. So, I learned that this week is National Suicide Prevention Month, and even though I'm making this video really late, I still felt like the need to kind of share my own stories, my own thoughts about this. Um, yeah, and hopefully it won't be as long as my coming out video, which 23 minutes was a really long video. Maybe in the future I could just re-upload it and edit it to make it shorter. But as I said, right now I do not have any good video, audio editing process software. So please, again, comment down below if you know anything. Um, but yeah. But before I go with my story, I just want to give you a few updates. So I will be moving into my new dorm very soon. So hopefully the next time I record a video, it'll be in a new location. And hopefully you get to see my new place, my new dorm mates and whatnot. And just on my end, personally, right now, I'm kind of stressed out because I still have to pack. And I haven't got any of my textbooks because they're freaking expensive. And I think I may have been cheated out of a math class, but it's just personal things. I'll eventually get over it. Alright, so, okay. So this week is National Suicide Prevention Week. So, I thought I would kind of share my story a little bit. It's not gonna be as lighthearted as my other videos, just because it's pretty serious. It's kind of coinciding with my bullying video, which I uploaded during April. So if you want to, you can go check that out. I'll put the link in the description below, or maybe I'll make an annotation of it somewhere. So I hadn't had the easiest childhood. I mean, thinking back on it now as an adult, I really appreciated it a lot more than I did. But just kind of my life in general up to this point it wasn't easy for me. I mean, there was the fact that I was gay, and I had to kind of come to terms with that, because I wasn't going to have a easy normal life. And then even aside from that, I've always been a victim a lot, practically through all three transitional phases of school. In elementary school, it was because I was really smart and also minority, so it gets kind of fitting into stereotypes, and they made fun of me for that. I also was considered uncool, so that wasn't fun either. And then middle school, I just kind of made some bad choices, which kind of led me to a rough year. And plus, that's when the whole a few gay rumors have started, but only spread to a few people. And I don't know, if they find this video, my other video, they already know. But whatever. And then high school particularly was pretty hard, just because I finally was in love with someone, but this person just really wasn't right for me. And aside from that, I felt more, even though it looked like on the outside I had a lot of friends around me, I still felt really alone, and it seemed like no one really tried to reach out to me, no matter how often I tried to reach out to them. And even now, kind of every summer I have had, practically I've seen very few people. Most of my friends during the summertime, they always were posting a lot of pictures on Instagram and Facebook, and they're having just all this fun with all their friends and their family. And I rarely saw anyone, and at least I had my sisters. But this summer, it's been kind of lonely, and I've seen probably 3 people, and none of my sisters are home. But I'm at least a lot better where I am now than I was then, because last summer was really, really bad. So it was what happened last summer in 2012 was it was my friend's birthday, and I wanted to surprise him with a party because he has never had a surprise party before. Well, it turns out these girls who weren't really nice to me, like, I can't really say if they hated me, but they kind of, I guess, felt threatened because they had romantic feelings for my friend, and I was just, it's like, he's my best friend, I want to do something for him. But so I and these groups of girls, they both of us planned a surprise party for him, but they weren't coinciding, so they're different. Now, I was just one person, so, and then whereas this other party, it was made by these bunch of girls, so, you know, with those girls all together, and then they had their friends, and then their friends met their friends, they're obviously, their party's going to be a lot bigger, and the real party of the year. Well, I kind of told him about my thing. Like, I told him, like, I had the whole day planned out, and we could do a lot of things together. And then this other party was supposed to be a surprise party. Well, I know it wasn't my place to do this, but I spoiled the surprise for him the night before, and I kind of forced him to choose. And even when he wouldn't choose, I kind of asked him to compromise, like, oh, you can probably spend like an hour with me, and then, you know, and do what I planned for you, and then go to this other party that was supposed to be completely a surprise to you. Well, he wouldn't compromise, and he just went to the other party, and that night, I was kind of hoping, like, okay, let bygones be bygones, let's just, hopefully we could just talk, and I can get over it. Turns out he was spending the night at a different friend's house, and, like, they were kind of, like, having fun, again, without me, and they were, like, our mutual friends, which really were more like his friends more than mine. But I kind of exploded that night on him on Facebook, which is, I learned never to do that again. But he got concerned, and he told a teacher, and then the teacher called student services, and practically just summer 2012 was not a fun summer. I mean, personally, when I was younger, I thought about, you know, like, suicide or self-harm, but quite frankly, they were all just empty threats. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, ridicule or, like, minimize the danger I was to myself, but honestly, whenever I said, like, you know, I didn't want to, like, wake up tomorrow, or, like, no, life would be okay if I didn't exist, like, it was just really just thoughts. I never really had any plans to go through with it. And for a while, like, my friends, like, they were just concerned, and they would just try to talk me out of it, until, again, that one, my friend who told the authorities on me. And I know he did it. I mean, like, yeah, it was a pretty hellish summer, because we were being harassed by people we didn't need to be harassed by, but now I know that he did it out of a good heart. And if he happens to be watching this video, I'm not gonna say his name, by the way, I hope he knows that there are no hard feelings, and I'm moving on from that. And since then, I mean, yeah, my life is still pretty tough where it is now, but, you know, I'm still hopeful for the future. I mean, I'm going off to college, and I'll be seeing a lot of new people. All the people who hurt me before, I never have to see or speak to any of them ever again. And it's just, I really hope that things can get better from now on. Not just for me, but just for everybody else who is suffering, and they feel like the only option is to self-harm themselves or to kill themselves. And I'm telling you right now, that is not the way to go. I mean, think about it. You have been blessed to live a life as a human being. I mean, just being alive itself is just spectacular. And, you know, to be a human, you know, I kind of feel like there's kind of more opportunities to enjoy our lives. And, you know, just to think that you would take that away from yourself, it's just not the way to go. Because, you know, once you take it away, you're never going to get that back. So you might as well just live to enjoy your life while you still have it, and live life to the fullest and whatnot. I learned that recently, and as I said, even though times may be tough, I know that I need to keep going, because somewhere at the end there will be a much brighter, happier future for me, and I just gotta keep holding on. Alright, well, that's practically it. Just kind of sharing my stories, and even though I don't have any physical scars, I still have a few psychological and mental ones that hopefully will diminish away, and I don't have to think about those again. But again, just know that you're not alone, and there's always something ahead for you. You just gotta keep holding on until you find it. And remember, if you ever need to talk to anyone, I'm always here, so feel free to talk to me however you can find me, and I will try to respond to you as soon as I can. Alright, well, that's it. That's all I really have to say, but thank you for watching. Please make sure to leave a comment, or if you like this video, just give it a big thumbs up, and, you know, just subscribe and look at my other videos, and I hope to post more soon, hopefully my new dorm. Other than that, this is Kevin Tran signing out. See ya.